Yeah. You might have that in 1946, Britain said that we are ready to give independence. Labour Party Prime Minister, Labour Party PM, his name is Attlee. Labour Party Prime Minister Attlee. Attlee said that we are ready to give independence to India. Then the discussion was started. If they give independence to India, so that India need an independent constitution. Till that we followed British constitution. So that Britishers have sent one committee in 1946. Cabinet Mission Plan came. This we also discussed in the previous section. Cabinet Mission. So British government sent this cabinet mission. This cabinet mission, they came to India and discussion started in related to how to make constitution. What is the purpose of the constitution? So they came to give ideas to us. Cabinet mission plan. Cabinet mission members, 3 members, they came to India to discuss about Indian constitution, how we have to make Indian constitution, how we have to do the process, and what are the do's and what are the don'ts. So that this cabinet mission came to India to advise how to make Indian constitution. Okay, let us see. According to the recommendations of the Constituent Assembly, Cabinet Mission. Cabinet Mission suggested that formation of Constituent Assembly. Yeah, they advised that India need constitution. To make constitution, one assembly is needed. That assembly is called as Constituent Assembly. Okay, Constituent Assembly. So these Constituent Assembly members were elected. These members were elected from provincial assemblies. Yeah. Each and every provinces. You know that at the time Britain have in India 11 provinces. They have 11 provinces in India. So that in 11 provinces, from 11 provinces, some percent of the people were elected. These people are elected. I repeat, Constituent Assembly members were elected from the provincial assemblies. I repeat, Constituent Assembly members were elected from the provincial assemblies. How many provinces were there at the time? 11 provinces were there. In 11 provinces, different assemblies were there. So these were elected. Yeah. These were allotted seats. And the seats also allotted. Seats also allotted to the provinces and princely states. Allotted to the provinces plus princely states. Princely states means they wanted to make a constitution of India that includes the provinces, that also includes the princely states. Princely states means the states, the kingdoms which are under the control of the kings. So that they are appointing the members also from the kingdoms, and they are appointing the persons from the British provinces. They are electing the persons from the British's area and also King's area. British's area and King's area. So that let us see, from the provinces, 292 members were elected. 292 members were elected from the provinces. From the princely states, very less members were elected. 93 members were elected, because princely states also less at the time. Very less princely states were there. It includes Hindus. Members are taken Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, Hindus. Hindu members also added. Muslim members also added. Sikh members also added. And SCs, 26 members SCs also added. And women's 9 members women's. Totally include 389 members. 389 members were elected for the Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly. 389 members were elected in the Constituent Assembly. But 90 members were left Pakistan. Minus 90, because After the separation, 1946, now this is 1946. So 1947, Pakistan separated. So Pakistan members were left. Pakistan members were left. So how many members are there completely? 290 members. Sorry, 299 members. 299 members. Total constituent assembly members were 299 members. These 299 members were, they started to make our constitution. They started to collect certain information from different countries. They started to read different countries' constitutions. From the 299 members, one person became president. So that is Mr. Babu Rajendra Prasad. Babu Rajendra Prasad was president of the Constituent Assembly. CA means Constituent Assembly. Then drafting committee chairman. Drafting committee chairman, that you know that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So from 299 members, one member was elected as the president of Constituent Assembly, that is Babu Rajendra Prasad, and one member drafting committee chairman was elected, he is Dr. B.R. Bhimrao Ambedkar. You have to understand that here the Constituent Assembly members were not elected, not directly elected. CA members, Constituent, I am writing here, Constituent Assembly members, not directly elected. Not directly means members indirectly elected. Better to write indirectly elected. Indirectly elected means only 10% of the people elected them. Only 10% of the people. Those time voting rights were there with the very less people. Only 10% of the population elected the member of the Constituent Assembly. I repeat, only 10% of the members of the Constituent Assembly, 10% of the people, they elected the Constituent Assembly member. And these members were indirectly elected. And one more important point to that, princely states members were not elected. I am writing here. Princely state members. How princely state members were added? Sir, you said that 292 members you wrote here. 292 members were indirectly elected. Remaining 93. These princely states, 93 members were nominated. These were nominated means Britishers, they asked the kings to send certain representative. Britishers are asked the kings to send certain representative to take part in the Constituent Assembly, because Britishers, they believed that after the independence, so princely states also will become a part of Indian Union. I repeat, why Britishers are send letters, invitation to the kings? Because they thought that independent kingdoms, those princely states under the rule of kings, they thought that they also merge in India. They also will become a part of Indian Union. So that's what Britishers wanted to add the princely state members also in the Constituent Assembly. I repeat, for them also they have thought that they will become a member of the Constituent Assembly, because they thought that princely state also will join in Indian Union. But they did not join. But we know that they did not join. That again Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel took action on them. Muslim League in the previous days, they also did not attend for the meeting. They also not interested to join in the Constituent Assembly. But finally, they elected. Finally, they joined in the Constituent Assembly meeting. You have to understand that all kind of the peoples wrote letters. All kind of the peoples wrote letters whenever they are making constitution. Sir, we want this, we want that, we want do this, that, these, all. Many people they wrote letter to the Constituent Assembly member. We want this rule, we want that rule, we want this rule. Because if we forget appoint a member in the Constituent Assembly from Christians, if all members are elected, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, SC, ST, OC, BC, EC, all members are there. But Christian was not there. When Christians were not there, So Christian also they have to show their discontent. So sir, Christians, what kind of the laws they want? What Christians need? What are their aspirations? What are their faith? How do we know? SCs were added. What actually the SCs need? Then the SCs will tell, sir, we are the SCs. SCs want this kind of the rules. STs want this kind of the rules. OBCs want this kind of the rules. Women's want this kind of the rules. So women's also, 9 members of the women's also appointed in the Constituent Assembly, because each and every community was added in the Constituent Assembly. You have to understand that they do not represent entire the country. Constituent Assembly members, they do not represent the country those time, but they whatever they wrote the constitution, that represent to the country. That represent to the country all. Okay. Next, 13 December 1946. 13 December 1946. Jawaharlal Nehru made a historical speech that is called as objective resolution. Objective resolution. So this objective resolution word was not mentioned in the textbook. I repeat, objective resolution word was not introduced, not added, the word was not mentioned in the textbook. But 13th December 1946, historical speech was given by Jawaharlal Nehru that we are going to make such a great constitution which can be fulfill the faith and aspirations of the people of the country. Okay, so that is based on this resolution, based on the objectives declared by the Nehru on 13th December 1946, our constitution was made. Finally, drafting committee we took that 2 years, 11 months, 18 days we took time. Okay, and we know that on 26th November 1946, our constitution was adopted. Ready. We made our constitution by 26th November 1946. But we enforced our constitution. Our constitution being implemented from 26th January 1950. 26th January 1950 onwards, our constitution is enforced. Our constitution came into effect. Sir, why this date was kept 26th January? Why not 1st January? Why not December 1949? Why this 26th January? Because it has historical significance. 26th January has historical significance. That is 1930, January 26, we celebrated our first Independence Day. On January 26. To give importance to that situation, we wantedly adopted our constitution on 26th January. Or else it is better on New Year we can adopt. Because constitution was ready on the 26th only. 27 also, 26 November also we can adopt. December 1st also we can adopt. December 31st also we can adopt. January 1st also we can adopt. But why only on 26th January? Because it has historical significance. 1930 January 26, we celebrated our first Independence Day. To remember that great day, so wantedly we adopted our constitution, enforced our constitution on 26 January 1950. This is our first lecture. These are what I hope you understand what is the significance of the constitution, how the constitution will be made. Thank you.